Hello. If you're watching this, you should now be completing phase one, which is the cleanse. You're just about to start phase two, which is referred to as the strict conversion phase. By now, you should have read through your booklet at least once, but preferably a few times. It's important to continue to reread and refer to your plan. This will help you understand it better and will reinforce the metabolic balance concepts and guidelines so they become second nature to you. So what's the duration of this phase? There are two parts to phase two. In the first part, which lasts for 14 days, you'll follow your meal plan, but you'll take out all fats and oils. This is to give your body a chance to clean out any old unhealthy oils that have collected in your cells. When you include the 2-day cleanse, it'll be 16 days without fats. In the second part of phase two, you'll put healthy fats and oils back into your meals, and you'll continue to follow this phase until you've reached your health or your weight goal. It's extremely important that you follow your plan exactly and stick to the 8 rules. Your body will be going through a number of changes inside, and your plan has been specifically created to help support it. As for cooking during the no oil part, instead of using oil, use broth in the bottom of the pan, or bake your meals. You can barbecue or steam. Look up recipes for a style of cooking called en papillote. This way of cooking wraps food in parchment paper, just like you see in the picture here. It's an easy way to prepare a good meal. Once you finish the 14 days with no oils, it's important to start adding healthy ones back into your meals. The suggested amount is 1 tablespoon per meal. More is fine, though don't take any less. Your recommended fats and oils are listed in your phase 3 foods to add list. Now that you've been able to get rid your body of all these old toxic fats that were in your cells, it's time to replace them with new, healthy, anti-inflammatory fats and oils. There are many reasons to do this. One of them is your brain is made of 60% fat. The nerves in your brain are covered with a fatty coating called the myelin sheath. Healthy fats in your diet make your myelin sheath nice and pliable, which is really important to your brain health. Eating mass-produced, heated, or treated oils and fats, like when you eat deep-fried foods, reduces your brain's ability to function as effectively as it should. Good fats also make the walls of your cells, and that's the walls of the cells of the whole body, nice and pliable. Your cells need to be able to get nutrients through their walls, and they need to be able to get rid of waste and debris. Proper fats and oils give your cells the healthy, pliable walls they need to do this as effectively as possible. There are many other reasons to eat proper fats, but knowing these two should be enough to entice you. This is an example of your eating plan's menu template page. To make your meals, you'll use this template with various foods from your personal food list. This template shows how much of each type of food to eat at any one meal. There are 3 different colored days as example here. For variety, you don't have to follow the same color for a whole day. You can mix the meals. You can go from blue for breakfast, to orange for lunch, and then to green for supper. It doesn't matter which meal you choose as long as you eat from the one box and stick to the amounts indicated. You can also swap lunches and dinners if you wish. But notice that the weights of foods at lunch is different than the ones at dinner. If you make this swap, you just have to adjust for that. But this doesn't have to be very difficult. Here's what you do. If you are choosing to eat a lunch idea for dinner, add 10 grams of protein and 10 grams of vegetables. For example, if you want fish for dinner, like the Orange Day example here, you increase your fish to 125 grams, and your vegetables need to increase at 125 grams also. If you decide to eat a dinner idea for lunch, do the opposite. Take 10 grams off the protein portion and 10 grams off the vegetable portion. So once again, looking at the Orange Day, if you want poultry for lunch, you lower the amount to 115 grams and you have 115 grams of vegetables. The breakfast cannot be swapped for another time of day. If eggs are on your lunch menu, you cannot have them for breakfast. You can only have them for lunch or dinner. To maintain variety in your diet and to ensure that you are receiving all the nutrients your body requires, it's important to include as many different foods as possible from your personal food list. A good practice I find when shopping is to buy things this week that you didn't buy last week. So every week buy something different. This really helps you keep the proper mix of nutrients in your food and your meals from getting boring. We'll continue to share new recipes with you to help with this. Remember to not repeat a protein in the same day. The more protein variety you have, the more amino acids your body has to build and repair itself. During phase 2, your metabolism will adapt with optimal nutrition. Your body will begin to rebalance itself, and it'll help you to mentally adjust to your new way of life. It's important to focus on yourself during this time and become aware of the signals that your body is giving you about how it's feeling. Try to be aware of these signals and record any changes you experience during this time. Enjoy the feeling that you're replacing old and unhealthy eating habits for newer, healthier ones. Learn to embrace your new eating lifestyle. Eat mindfully during this time, and remember, you're now eating the foods that your body needs the most. Although there are a few limitations, Metabolic Balance focuses on the many foods from which you can choose rather than focusing on the foods you can't have. You might even discover new foods or new ways of cooking that you haven't tried before. Not only will you be enjoying new, exciting foods, but you'll also notice that you stay comfortably full between meals. Physical or emotional stress can have a negative impact on your willpower. Take the time to relax while you eat. Watch my video number 7 called Relax While You Eat. On that video, I explain what happens to the digestive system when we eat in a stressed state. During these first weeks, we recommend that physical activity be limited. Instead, spend quality time with yourself. Walk in nature, take relaxing Epsom salt baths, or read a good book. If you have a hobby that you love, do it. It'll make those first weeks much easier. Allowing yourself a lot of rest and relaxation will help your body regenerate and reset. To not get dissuaded or distracted from your goal during the first 2 weeks, it might be necessary to avoid tempting situations such as family gatherings or dinner invitations. It might be necessary to pay attention to your environment and the people that you surround yourself with. Are you receiving positive support from your family and friends, or do you feel that someone is trying to meddle with your success? If you suspect that someone is attempting to sabotage you, even unconsciously, either talk to them directly about it or simply avoid them for a short while. Most people are very understanding when you explain that you've decided to change your health or your weight. So just talking to them should work. The thing to look out for is that when you've lost a certain amount of weight, some people may tell you that you need to stop because they think that you don't look so well. Be careful not to let those sorts of comments get in your way. I had a client that was losing weight and getting much healthier that ended up quitting because her overweight sisters told her she was looking way too thin and that she would most certainly get sick. You have a planned and carefully considered goals. Your body is adjusting to your new weight, and your friends will just need to adjust to the new you. They will get used to the new you in time. Once you finish the first 2 weeks and go back to eating oils, you'll likely find that you have more energy and can now begin to be more active. It's good to incorporate physical activity into your daily routine in order to get your metabolism going and to enjoy your new energy. If you remain in phase 2 for more than 14 days, which most of you will, consult with your coach about ideas for how you can carefully incorporate exercise into your metabolic balance program. For the first 14 days, make sure to record all of your physical and cognitive improvements on your plan's progress report. Also, keeping your own progress log can help you to keep track of any other improvements. Make notes every day while reflecting upon the following questions. What was important today? What went well today? Don't forget to praise yourself regularly for both your successes and your efforts. No matter how small, each small positive change is a big success. I mentioned this before, but I want to stress that it's extremely important during phase 2 that you follow your plan exactly and stick to the 8 rules. The food selections and amounts on your plan have been scientifically chosen to best support your body. You'll be allowed the odd treat meal, but it's critical for the rest of the time that you follow your plan and don't deviate. The clients who initially stick to their plans as long as possible, and without any exceptions, have the most long-lasting success. Once your metabolism is working right and your cells are repaired, it takes a lot to start gaining weight again. Your metabolism seems to gain excellent resilience and will forgive little lapses. Good luck, and don't forget to praise yourself regularly. Choose to be happy.